Agricultural aviation is critical to modern agriculture and aids farmers in producing a safe, affordable, and abundant supply of food, fiber, and biofuel.
In the late 1920s, experimental applications were conducted by Lieutenant John McCready of the U.S. Army Air Corps on catalpa trees in Ohio. These trees were being grown to provide telegraph poles for the expanding telegraph network in the United States. And they had an insect infestation that was threatening to destroy the groves. And they did an experimental application of calcium arsenate with an old HISO standard type aircraft that was common to that era. And after that, in the 1929-1930 era, the first two commercial aerial application or crop dusting companies took form, and one was Delta Dusters, which later became Delta Airlines, and the other was Huff Dalen Dusters, who built a proprietary aircraft to do this. After World War II, the business really took a leap when surplus U.S. Army trainers like the Boeing Stearman were modified for crop dusting. They were ideal for it. And we had a high pilot population after the war. The guys come back trying to apply their skills and find a way to make a living. And they got together with the growers and started an explosive growth in agricultural aviation in a number of crops all across the United States. In the late 50s and 1960s, people like Leland Snow began to develop aircraft specifically for aerial application. And the business changed. A lot of the application went to liquid sprays, and the advent of being able to apply granular fertilizer to rice crops was developed. And so there was a great diversification in the 1960s and 70s in the industry, and a lot of aircraft by a number of manufacturers began to be produced to fill this market. And it grew to the point where over 25% of all the crop protection applications made in the United States and fertilization are done by aircraft to this day. Through the use of aerial application and advanced agricultural technology, we're producing more and more food and fiber on the same amount of acreage, so less and less wildlife habitat is being taken over to support the needs of growing populations.
In addition, aerial application is a critical component of high-yield agriculture. While some farmers still apply their products from the ground, many have realized that using an ag plane to do this is often more efficient and effective.
Aerial application of crop protection products helps farmers control the damage from insects, funguses, weeds, and other pests. The timely application of these products is very, very important, and the airplane is much, much faster than other means of application. Aerial application of nutrients, fertilizer, is also very effective by air, where airplanes literally put tons of fertilizer on crops in a day. For large acreage applications, aerial is actually more cost-effective than many other applications. And aerial, through the application of many products, actually promotes the health of a crop.
Not only does aerial application benefit the environment and produce higher yields, but it can also accomplish 3 times as much application work as any other form of application.
The airplane can apply products when it's too wet for other application methods. The airplane doesn't compact the soil as a ground rig does, and the tire tracks left by ground equipment actually destroy some of the crop, and a farmer loses some acreage due to that. It's also very economical as compared to ground machines for large acreages.
Boasting a 40-year history of production and innovation, Air Tractor provides the most extensive line of agricultural aircraft in the industry.
My father, Leland Snow, was a pioneer in the ag aviation industry, and he began designing his first ag plane when he was still in college at Texas A&M University. And then after graduating and working for a while, he moved here to Olney in 1958 and began production of the Snow S2 series. And after several more years, he sold that first company and started designing the Air Tractor and went into full-scale production in 1974. And since that time, we've built over 3,000 air tractors of around 20 different models. And we've become the leader in the industry basically by building larger and more productive and efficient airplanes, and also listening to the customer's needs. We've outlasted most of our competitors and really have been a key role in agriculture around the world.
Air tractor airplanes are used in firefighting, timber, fertilizing and pest control, dust control operations, oil spill dispersion, aerial surveying for the mining industry, and more in Border Patrol. Firefighting airplanes represent about 15 to 20% of our production annually. Aerial survey and Border Patrol is a growing sector. There are a number of other uses that aren't nearly as large as ag, but each have their own special and unique place. The cost of operation is relatively low. Ease of maintenance, the airplane's pretty easy to maintain compared to many airplanes. And the airplanes are highly maneuverable, making them suited well to the firefighting and other industries where hitting the target with the material dispersed is important.
With sizes ranging from 400-gallon to 800-gallon capacity, Air Tractor enables operators to find the most efficient aircraft for field sizes, crops, application rates, and ferry distances in their area.
An operator can choose different sizes of aircraft to increase efficiency in the operation. Air Tractor offers 400-gallon hoppers up to 800-gallon hopper size. What the larger airplane does, if the operator does in fact buy a larger airplane, it increases his efficiency to service the farmer on an on-time basis with timely application of the products.
Technology's played an important part in our development. GPS, onboard computer systems with custom mapping software allow for automatic flow control and variable rate spraying and application of the various agricultural products. Application technology and research for aerial application has evolved to the point where we have greater control over the spray droplets, better efficient disposition of the droplets, and maintain droplet size.
Powered by reliable Pratt & Whitney piston or turbine engines, the aircraft can be found working over fields and forests across the United States and around the globe.
The turbine engine was introduced into the agricultural community in the 1970s. It was brought in as a replacement for the radial engines that were aging from the World War II era. The idea was to get a replacement engine that would offer current manufacture and have the ability to be new production. Although the turbine can be much more costly than what the radial engine is, it does offer safety and reliability, which in turn helps the operator with better scheduling. It offers efficiency as well by use of burning jet fuel, or it can burn kerosene, number one, number two diesel are all approved in it, and for a short time avgas. In the end, what this does for the operator and for the farmer, it makes for a safer product, a more on-time application, and in the end, the farmer benefits from having the job done on time.
There's roughly 3,300 air tractors manufactured to date. They're both working domestically and internationally in the agricultural and firefighting industries. We have 13 dealers around the world who keep a large inventory of stock on hand. The relationship between the dealerships and the manufacturer keeping the right amount of inventory in stock to respond at any given time is very important. Teamwork between the people here at the factory and our dealerships. The customer is ultimately the most important thing, and so being able to react to anything that they need is our goal.
Air Tractor aircraft are productive, efficient, and effective tools for helping growers meet the demand for increased crop yields. For more information, visit www.airtractor.com.